took draft picks from him because of Spygate. If they wanted him to win, they wouldn't have suspended Brady for 4 games last season that he eventually had to sit out at the beginning of the year. And there's no way in hell that you can't tell me that the boy Roger Goodell wasn't wearing Falcon damn bikini underwear, hoping that he didn't have to hand that trophy over to Brady and Robert Kraft. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, no, the league don't want the Patriots to win. If the Patriots, you want to say they scored outside, look, they changed the rule, man. This ain't been nothing new. It's been like this for like 2-3 seasons now. So this ain't the first time we've seen it. We don't like it, and this ain't the last time. I think they need to change the rule, at least when it comes to end zone plays. Because they're gonna have to do that, man. Yeah, they need to change the rule. But at the end of the day, of course, and then I agree with what you said. You really want to talk about somebody who got robbed? Let's talk about Oakland, man.
Yeah, they got robbed.
When they have an index card, Chief, an index card that gets folded in half, so now it's twice the size that it was originally. Right. And you're going to say, because the ball is touching the index card. If you can stick an index card in between the ball and the chain, that sounds like that the ball is not touching the chain.
Right. Definitely that, man. Definitely that. But Michael Wade, I don't want you to leave without talking about how your team looked yesterday, what you look forward to as far as them, reaching their potential and going to the bowl this year. Because you see, my topic was I feel the Jaguars and Rams may make it to the Super Bowl. So how you feel about your team and what's up with that? And big up to Trey from the Barbershop Sport Talk podcast. Just came into the house.
Oh man, look, I think our defense got to do something better. Now, defense been playing good all year, so the past 3 weeks we've been looking like some trash. So, they need to tighten up. Nick Foles played a good game yesterday. He pretty much did the same thing. I mean, not exactly the same, but about Carson Wentz averaging yards, about the same averaging touchdowns, about, multiple touchdowns. It was the first game, he looked good, but we got a couple favorable matchups. We still got Oakland, they don't look too well, and then we got Dallas. So as long as we can get him into the habit of winning, we can lock up that number 1 seed. I still think we got a shot, but definitely I can see the Rams doing it, man. You look at what they did after Seattle beat them, and then they go and just stomp a mud hole in Seattle. So now you wonder if they got to come back and play us. Maybe they stomp a mud hole in us too. Maybe Nick Foles can't handle that pressure. But, if the defense don't step up sometimes, so I don't think you could put that type of pressure on Nick Foles. That's just too much for him to handle.
Okay, I want you to witness this. That ninja said this is a problem. People listen to mainstream and repeat their bullshit. White America is saying the Raiders got cheated because of a piece of paper. But nobody's talking about Carr losing the ball out the back of the fucking end zone. You're going to say Pittsburgh need to win. You also say the Raiders, otherwise opinion. But I did say that, Ninja. I said he's a stupid motherfucker. He lost the ball instead of going out of bounds, instead of trying to push the ball and hit the pylon, which he knew he was too far from getting to the pylon and losing the ball. I called him out. Man. Shit. I call him like it is. Whatever. I don't give a fuck who it is. I'm calling the fuck him out. That's just plain and simple. I'm calling them out.
And that's what the point we trying to make. My point I'm trying to make is, if you want to really talk about somebody being robbed, let's look at the Raiders, because that's something that we haven't seen before. We've seen catches that we all know is a catch that they say is not a catch. We've seen touchdowns that we all know is touchdowns that they say is not touchdowns. But we've never seen the index card get taken out of a referee's pocket and folded in half and stuck between the ball and the chain, and then them saying that's the first down. That's the first time we've ever seen that in all the years they played football, number one. Number two, that's the point we're trying to make, because it's Pittsburgh and it's New England and it's the number 1 seed at stake. Everybody want to focus on Pittsburgh and say Pittsburgh got robbed, but not enough people focusing on Oakland, just because it's two teams that hope they battling to hope they still got playoff wishes. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying right. It's equal for both sides. Yeah, Derek Carr should have won that game. He should have took the safe play. and not try to extend that ball and lost it out the back of the end zone, which is the same way I say Big Ben shouldn't have threw that damn slant pass in the middle of the end zone when he got one man running the damn route. So it is what it is. Both teams still had opportunities to win. They didn't. But I'm not going to sit here and want to spend more time on the whole Pittsburgh thing just because they was going up against New England. Because, hey, I hate Dallas just as much as I hate New England. You know what I'm saying? So
I hate all 4 teams. I hate all 4 teams. New England, Pittsburgh, Dallas, and the fucking Raiders. All right? I hate all 4 of them. You know, but it was something to talk about. But before you go, Microwave, what's up with your team? The question I asked you before we got back into this Raider and Pittsburgh and all that shit, right? What's up with your team, man?
Man, I don't know. Look, Chief, we spoke, and I told you I didn't think that we was going to blow y'all out or nothing like that. I told you it's a division game. You know, Eli going out there still got something to prove, you know, and it don't matter, whatever. Y'all not going to go out there and just lay down for us, and y'all didn't go out there and lay down, you know what I'm saying? We was able to get the win, like I said. If we don't do something better on defense, you know what I'm saying, coming down the stretch, or at least by the time we get to the playoffs, if we don't stop giving up 400, 500 yards of offense and all that stuff, then we're not going to win in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Nick Foles can only do so much, and I think that what he did yesterday was more than that we could even have asked for him to do. So we can't expect that from him every damn game. So defensively, they're going to have to step up, and they got to do a better job running the damn football too.
Well, I'm going to ask this question, and this is for everybody. Do you think your defense is in trouble? Because we had Eli Manning that's on his down slide. We only had 2 starting really receivers out there, a tight end and a slot man, and we had 2 young receivers on the outside. They got a chunk of yards against y'all yesterday, man. So is your defense need tightening up, or could it continue to do what it's doing, or what, man? Because we scored some points on y'all yesterday, man.
Nah, the defense definitely got to tighten up, man. Like I said, going up against a team like the Saints, when you look at, you got Kamara, you got Ingram, and the way they can run that football and control the clock. You look at the Rams, you look at they got Gurley, the way they can run that football, man. You look at the Vikings and that 2-headed monster they got with McKinnon and freaking Latavius Murray. Man, all of these teams got good running backs. So, you know, if they're going to be able to control the clock and shorten up the game, there's only so much to do, and then the defense end up being on the field all day, and, you know, that end up being disaster. You can't expect Nick Foles to play like he did. And even with the game that he had, there's still a lot of times we had to punt the ball. There's still a lot of drives that got stalled out, you know what I'm saying, that could have did more. So, man, if the defense don't step up, I don't think we stand a chance going up against a team like New Orleans. It don't really matter where we play, or even a team like Minnesota, who, you know, defensively, look, you know, they're going to shut you down. So if we can't shut them back down and make it a field goal game and win by field goals or 2, we don't stand a chance.
Okay, Michael. That's the Microwave, yo, man. Big up to you. You got a show tomorrow, so I'll be back listening, man. I'm quite sure you're gonna get the same thing I'm getting today. So, hey, man, big up to you, and continue doing what you do, bro.
All right, bro. Be easy.
All right. That was the Microwave, Patty Cake, cooking with the Microwave. I got a Pittsburgh Steelers fan wanting to call up. Call him whenever you get a chance you want to call. It's 404-618-2119. But for the time being and whatever, okay, we talking about this football, tough, and I got to get to these, because I skipped this team last week, man. The Jacksonville Jaguars is playing lights out ball. You know, for a young team. And when I mean they're young, they are really young. And I hate to give his brother any credit because he said that this one particular person know how to build a team and turn around the team, even though he's not coaching the team. Tom Coughlin left the Giants, well, he got fired from the Giants, or either they let him resign on his own, and he went down to Jacksonville. And he helped turn a team around that was already young by bringing in another old reject coach, you know, that coaches the same style he coached. And they have a general manager that's steady going out there getting players. The weakest link I say they have, and everybody talk about him every week, is Blake Bortles, right? But he seems to be doing the job. So do you think Jacksonville will make it or not? Call it. What's your name? Where you call from? What you want to talk about?
What's up, Vernon? Big Will.
Yeah, where you out on the road, man?
Yeah. I'm coming from a crane job.
Oh, okay. So what's going on, Big Will?
Alright, yeah, there was some bad. I think there's some poor play calling to piss me off last night. Yes,
Yeah.
Now, on that last touchdown, what you have to understand is, remember, the Steelers called a timeout before they even.
Hey, Will. Let your windows up. Roll your windows up.
Hold on. All right, you hear me better now?
Oh, yeah, that's much better. Okay, go ahead. I want you to start from the beginning.
Yeah, so my team called the timeout right before New England scored their last touchdown because they were deciding whether they were going to press them again in the red zone and not give them the ball, but run out the clock, or give them the ball and keep the clock. So they chose to let them get the touchdown to keep the clock. Okay?
Right.
Now, I'm pissed about that call. I'm very pissed about that call because that was one of the BS calls I've ever seen in my life. If anything, we should have had right there we should have been at the line on the next play. All right? If you want to give us a touchdown, yes, then choke. My boy, I don't know what he saw. I don't know what he was looking at, but yeah, he choked on that play, and it ticks me off. But what really ticks me off is how you sit there and gonna count my Steelers out like that one game just killed us for the playoffs. For you to come up with the Jaguars and the Rams. Yo, don't do that. I'm telling you, that's not cool right there.
Right.
I understand that's what you do because you like to cause controversy, but let's be real. Because the Patriots ain't going nowhere, and the Steelers ain't either. On the AFC side, we still on the top. Now, we're going to have our little problems, but we figured out how to get to the Patriots. And I got my hat's off. Our defense dug into them.
Right.
We're not taking nothing away from no other team. But we still at the top. We still the top two teams in the AFC. And my team ain't going to fall down after that. If nothing else, they're going to raise up.
Right.
So we're going to see them again, and we're going to do it again. And I don't think the next time it's going to be as pretty as it was or as close as it was this time.
Okay. Now, like a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, everybody out there, this is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan talking. If anybody can talk about their team, it's him. And he don't feel the way a lot of other people feel. He feels that his team should have still won the damn game, but they start.
I can't. See, what I can't do is I can't sit here and keep screaming about a play that we have no control of calling. I can't do that. That's like screaming at an officer about a ticket I got, even though I wasn't speeding, but he says I was. You know, and the thing I hate about it is, even if the NFL come back and say we were right, later, it doesn't change the course of the game. We still lost. So it doesn't matter at that point. So all I can think about is the next game. Like every Steeler play in the locker room. Yes, Ben's going to dream about this one, but he's thinking about the next game. Because we still got to get through the next couple of games to secure at least a good spot on the call list.
Right.
For the playoffs. You know, so I'm not going to sit here and dwell on that one play or that Ben choke. I just hope we don't make it a habit.
Who's your next two games against?
I ain't even pay attention, man. I'll be honest, because I was so frustrated, I stopped looking.
Yeah, I know you was mad because I text you yesterday and you was like,
and I told you, I'm still scratching my head. I'm still scratching my head on that one. I don't know. And the thing was, I was on the road for everything except for that. I got in the house on that last play. I had to see this. You know what I'm saying? Of all the plays, I had to see this one.
Wow.
It looked like a Seattle Seahawks play. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like we didn't want to give it to Bell. I wouldn't have been upset if we gave it to Bell and he got stopped.
Right.
I wouldn't have been upset about that.
Because you could have still kicked the field goal. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Just throw it away and we tie up and we take them in overtime. Because we got them. We got them. My team got them. So we'll see what happens, man. But, big up to all the other teams out there struggling and pushing hard. You Patriots fans, I'm going to give y'all that win. You got that win. Now let me see you win the Super Bowl.
Oh, you said payback a motherfucker.
Let me talk to you Patriot fans, Grego. Remember, even if we lose, we still sitting on a little stool up at the top of the hill, and you still trying to get up there, with or without Tom Brady. So, until you get up there and sit next to me, you still below me.
Right.
My team can go 0-16, 0-whatever. We still sitting on a small stool at the top of the hill, and everybody want to get to the top of the hill.
Oh, you know what Grego just said to you?
Grego, I heard him talking crap earlier. So look, here it is.
Yeah, everybody keeps saying to be the best, you got to beat the best. Excuse me, we are the best. We got
Woo! 6. And that's coming from
now,
Big Will.
Unless somebody else got 6 with me, you know what I'm saying? Don't talk to me about it. So do you want to be the